I think it's going. Yes. Okay. This is Rolf Laessig. My name is Gary Kaiser, and today is April 15th, 2024. And Rolf Laessig is with us today to talk about this place. So, Rolf, howdy. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
When did, do you remember when you first came here? Do you remember when you first came here?
Yes, I don't know exactly what the time was, but it was the same time when Rudy Caesar took over.
The same time?
Yes.
Okay.
And my first project was to restore the dynamite packing machine.
Okay.
And actually I did this, Rudy Caesar helped me over the winter, and in the spring we were just about, it was just about ready.
Okay.
And I made certain parts for it, and I will show you this when we get there.
Okay.
And we basically just ripped it apart and put it back together.
Did
The
you?
machine was basically spread out over the whole room, and some came in and said, "Do you think you put it back together again?" I said, "Yeah, we'll see, right?"
Did you have any plans or drawings of it?
No, there is a patent drawing, which is similar, but that was all there was.
Okay. I noticed that the pan where the nitroglycerin would have gone into, where the sawdust is, goes down to a hole on the right. Originally, did it come straight down over all of the things? How did that work?
I don't recall.
Okay, we'll take a look at that when we go over to it.
If you could speak up a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Because I'm
Okay.
a little bit difficult of hearing.
Do you know where this packing machine came from? No.
I can't recall.
Okay. All right. From there, where did you go? What was next?
What was next? I think next was the one right out here.
The donkey? Steam donkey? Steam donkey?
The steam donkey, yeah. That, to my recollection, was the next project.
And any particular things about it when you got it?
This one, I actually took it completely apart, and then we didn't have a shop yet at the back. This was the next project Perry built me, a shop back there. And at the time, Bob Shoemaker said, "You don't need a shop." But when he saw all the parts of that machine back there in this back room, he recognizes that I needed a shop.
You mentioned the name Perry. Who's Perry?
God, what was his first name? Bob Perry? He was a very good carpenter. And he was a very good worker. He was just very difficult to work with. He wanted to always work alone. So I finally learned this, and we had a very good relationship.
Oh, good.
And when he built something like here, this roof, or back the shop, I never interfered. I just let him do what he wants to do, that was it.
So, how long have you been here in Grass Valley?
Ask that question again.
Oh, how long have you lived in Grass Valley? Where did you come from?
I worked with Perry, I would say at least 4 or 5 years.
When you moved here, when did you move here?
We moved here in 96.
And how did you find this place?
This was Bob Shoemaker always wanted to have me anyway, but I was working for the Railroad Museum. And for whatever reason, we had a beautiful cedar tree there. Actually, the tree was 95 years old or so. The reason I know that because for whatever stupid reason, they wanted to get a track there. And I said, guys, go around that tree. That tree is there for almost 100 years. Don't touch that tree. And I said, if you take that tree out, I'll leave you. Sure, they took the tree out because they didn't think I was serious. I went over and asked Bob Shoemaker, but he wants to have me. He says, we're glad to have you. And this is how it started.
Well, you say Bob Shoemaker, did he come in right as you were leaving?
Yes, that was very close. He still was around, but the head was Rudy Caesar.
Gotcha. Wow, that's some story. They lost two things then, didn't they?
Actually, I don't know why, but I didn't get along with Bob Shoemaker that well. And he communicated with me over the docents, right? So docent would come out, Bob Shoemaker, that's this, that, and this. I said, if Bob Shoemaker wants to talk to me, he comes to me personally, right? So I was just as frictional as he was.
Yeah.
But we had never any serious, there were no serious thing. I don't know why, because he really appreciated the things I did.
Well, your resume says a lot about you. It's fantastic. And I can certainly understand why he would appreciate having someone with that qualifications here.
By the way, he was a very knowledgeable mining engineer.
Oh yeah. I've looked up his resume also, and it's extensive.
He was excellent.
Yeah.
From that standpoint, we had no qualms whatsoever.
Did you ever know Glenn Jones? Did you ever know Glenn Jones?
Yes, but he was just visiting on and off. I think he had a cancer, didn't he?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I see. Yep.
I mean, he was such a big part of this museum.
He was sort of like a consultant.
Yeah.
Fairly loose consultant.
Well, all the time and years he put in establishing.
He was a good guy, so.
Yeah, he did a good job here.
Yep.
The purpose of me doing these things is to make sure that these people, including you, don't get lost in the dustbin of history. So that's why we're doing these recordings. So after the steam donkey,
Should we?
let's go through the list here, and then we can go through the thing there. What can you tell me about the core drilling machine? The core drilling machine.
Yes, that was probably the next project. As a matter of fact, when I restored the steam donkey, we needed air pressure out there, right, to run it.
Right.
And so we built, and that was a project. We built a pipeline, so to speak, an air pipeline all the way back, all the way through here and out there. Right?
So you
That was Perry and me.
you were responsible for putting the compressor in the back then.
Yes. That compressor came from a guy, and now I can't think of his name, but he has a large iron shop in Grass Valley. What's his name?
I don't know, I'm not familiar with Grass Valley.
He was a very good guy.
Gary, give me an idea of what was Rolf?
Hi, Rolf. How you doing?
Hi.
He's trying to think of the guy that gave us the air compressor. A metal, the guy that air compressor had a metal shop, you said?
Yes, he's still there. He's still there. It's a large, actually that's the guy who made the new beam.
Jason White. Jason White.
That's it.
I knew you.
He is our benefactor.
He is a terrific guy.
You know,
I really like together with him.
The Cornish pump out here.
Yes, he made the beam.
He made the beam, and when he delivered it, you weren't here. You were here
Yes,
when he took it
that's
apart.
the last time I was here.
And when he delivered it, he sent 2 of his employees over and worked all day with us assembling
Yeah,
that
no,
for
he's
free.
a
For
terrific
free.
guy.
For free.
And that
Didn't
is
charge
when
us
we
a
actually
cent.
find out that this upper structure is, wood is also rotten. And he made that as a steel structure now.
And he's also on the Pelton wheel
Jason
here.
White. Actually, I should go by there and say goodbye to him. He was a terrific guy.
He is a terrific guy.
Yep.
Did you do anything with the stamp outside in the back?
He redid all the wood on that.
Well, it's all metal now.
That's correct. That's right. And Sierra Fabricators is the name of his business.
Right?
And our Pelton wheel, we're rebuilding the propulsion system with Al, and he's made lots of parts for us. Lots of parts for
Yep.
free.
Yep.
He won't take a cent from us.
Yep. Yeah, no, he was very, very good to work with. He was a very nice guy.
Very nice guy.
His name again was?
Jason White.
Jason White, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Thank you for helping me on that name.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
So, do you know anything about the drill? Where it came from, the drill? No. Any problems
I
with it?
think it was from this mine, maybe.
Oh, okay. That's
I
unusual.
think so.
How about the bellows? The bellows.
Oh, I have no idea where that came from. Could also be here, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But we'll take that apart. As a matter of fact, there's a funny story because the upper rod, so to speak, was a very thick-walled steel tube. And one of these classes which came through here were able to ruin this, break it.
Oh.
It was a trophy. I was really saying, holy Toledo. And I took this thick-walled pipe out and put a solid rod in there. I said, you're not going to break that one. But that was, yeah, I took that apart one of these,
How about
project.
Well, we don't have it anymore, but we did have the,
Oh, you go away then?
no, we have that. We don't have the dredge anymore. We had to give the dredge back. You remember the model of the dredge? It was a dredge that they had in the back room. I'm told you worked on that as well. You know what I'm talking about? The dredge that they had on loan.
Oh,
It was
okay.
in the back room. Do you remember working on that?
So you're not working that anymore?
They had it, the people that owned it took it back. We don't have it anymore.
Who owned it, by the way?
It's a dredge making company in Murraysville.
Huh,
And they took
that's
it back.
unfortunate.
Yeah, but you rebuilt it, so it made it working, right?
Yes, yes. Actually, that was, I think, the next project after the dynamite filling machine.
Okay. Get that down here.
There was a guy over there, he had also a display of mining stuff. I can't think of his name, but he was a nice guy too. He actually, we exchanged stuff. And I actually built for him a model. It was a very nice model, a big model. And I can't think what there was. It was a wonderful model.
Of a dredge?
And he gave us one of these ore carrying things,
Okay.
which you, I think,
It's
have out there.
outside, yeah.
That came from him, and I can't think of his name.
Okay, maybe it'll come to you. You also worked on the drill press in the blacksmith shop?
Yes. And actually that was working, but then a class comes through here and they put that automatic feed in and turned it till it jammed.
Huh.
Yep. I don't know whether it works now.
Well, I don't think there's anything attached to it now. I think you just turn it by hand.
Yep. No, let's
Okay.
go there pretty soon.
Let me see. Bellows. Oh, the big thing. You worked on the model of the Bodie mine. The model of the Bodie mine. Remember that great big model?
Oh yeah, I made that model. That was the last thing I did for the museum.
That is a beautiful model.
Actually, I did that at home because the workshop was too small to accommodate that. So I did it at home in my garage.
So what I tell people is that the museum had the two stamp mills.
Yes.
And that they wanted a mill on that same scale. Is that right?
Exactly. And the thing is, actually, I went to, what is that, Bodie, right?
Bodie, uh-huh.
Bodie. And they were very nice about it and let me snoop around and go anywhere. I was very nice, was arranged. And I went there twice just to make sure that I know how this whole thing worked.
Wow, that's a trip.
And it's a very loose model. It's not exactly the way Bodie was,
Uh-huh.
but it's similar.
Well, it's an eye catcher. Everybody likes that.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
And by the way, these long pulleys, they have these long pulleys.
Uh-huh.
Is that still working?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all the things that I have right here. We're going to attempt to go on battery with this thing. I've never done the battery part of it, so let's see. There should be.
Okay.
Well, give me a second though.
Yeah, this is,
Pulley
wow.
on the motor.
Oh, okay.
It's a new motor and gearbox.
By the way, I put a spoke in there.
Yes,
Isn't that
I know
weird?
that. And I think Jason made that for you, didn't he?
It was basically a tube.
That's right, it was a
And
tube.
we put a thread on the end or something like that. I will show him
It's just
that.
The spoke, they put a spoke on the Pelton wheel. They replaced the spoke.
Oh, that one, yeah.
You gotta turn the lights on here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, then I'm gonna take off. Okay. Great. See you later. All right.
Now, when you want to bring this back, you have to loosen this nut and hold this shaft and run the machine, then this comes back in.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, the lower one has usually a condensation in there and rusts a little bit. So again, you have to take these heads off and put some grease in there. But is this still running?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know, this is when I took it apart. Yep. No? This is good. This goes on there like this, right?
Right.
Yes, it does. Yeah, this is the drill. Yeah, that was a nice project. That was a nice project. Yeah, you guys keep it in very good shape, I must say. It looks good. It runs. Yeah. Yeah, here is this thing, they drill this. Oh yeah, somebody fixed this again. You see, when you put this in there and let this run, then eventually it jams it in there, and this is what they did. This is, by the way, a very nice machine, right?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yep, yep. Ah. Yeah, here we. Oh, yeah, that one is in good shape, and this is. I tell you what happened here.
Right about you.
I went to a shoemaker down in Auburn, and I said, you know what, this stuff stretches. And he said, I put a stitch on both sides, then it doesn't stretch that much. And it obviously doesn't, because it still works.
Oh, it does. You want to see it work?
I mean,
Want to see it work?
oh yeah, you can put it on, but I built this piece up there too. That crusher, I built this. Yep. Nobody, it's in good shape.
Yep, yep.
That was a lot of work, I tell you. Took me quite a while. Now, at Bodie, the hill up here goes up there, and then there is the mine. And these carts come directly from the mine into the building.
Okay.
So that is a truly boaty. Yeah, there was a lot of work. And these things really do work. They used to work.
I mean, that shut, that door can open?
I'm sorry?
That door can open?
Yes,
Oh, boy.
yes. That was working at one time. But not anymore. Yeah, it's in good shape. Yeah, that was good. And here we have these batteries. I remember that people looked at these as the batteries. There was a more modern thing. And there always was a piece of brass which looked like gold.
We had this.
Oh, here it is, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It needs repainting. Yep. It's good to see these things, I must say. This still works?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, okay. Now I have to find the spoke, huh?
The what?
The spoke I put in.
You put in, what was it?
I put one
spoke.
of these were
Oh,
missing,
one of the spokes.
and I put one in there. I just don't know where it is.
It could be at the top. Which side was it on?
It has blended in now. Because it always stuck out because it looked like brand new. Yeah, we have to start this thing. We have to turn it on and then
Oh, yeah.
go like this.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yep.
Hopefully with the new motor, we won't have to do that.
Yeah, now they have a better. It is good. It's very good.
I think you told me that, that in the wintertime when you came here, that you actually...
You know that thing was in a shroud, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You tell me that in the wintertime, what you would do is come and open that door down there and get the air flowing through. Is that right?
Oh yeah, we opened that one in the springtime. So that the air circulated.
The air circulated, okay.
Yep. I always wanted to restore this one here. This I did restore. Okay. And I always wanted to take this one on, but I just didn't get there. Sort of interesting. But this we may work again. I think this didn't work that well.
It does work.
It does work.
Yeah.
And here we are trying to put this thing in here, exactly. amazes me what they came up with to do the work, huh?
Yeah, and they still make these tables.
Yeah. Yeah, I did this one here. This I restored too.
This being what? What is this?
It grinds, it's sort of a grinder. Somebody made a new pulley there.
I wonder if it works. I've never seen it. There's a switch on the side down there.
By the way, I think it should. Well, we turn it on and we'll see. No, it's just not plugged in probably or whatever. Maybe the power is not there, I don't know.
Oh,
But this used to run. Used to run. One of these I wanted to put in a plexiglass thing that people see how that works.
with water going through
With
it?
a nozzle, but you couldn't see a thing.
Oh,
I mean, I made one and then it was useless. But it was one of these with a nozzle and in a plexiglass,
that's a good idea, yeah.
but you couldn't see a thing. That was a missed opportunity, and this is a bill. That's just, yep, I remember that. That is an interesting thing. A guy wanted to get just around the Pelton patent I have a feeling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this was like this, but it was a little bit bigger. The unfortunate thing is, there's water all over the place and you can't see a thing. I think if it would have had a strobe light, it probably would have worked. On this one we worked too. This year. Nope. Sort of interesting. Yeah, here you see, there is this is the pipeline, the pipeline, right, for the
yeah.
air. Yep, there it goes.
It's up in there.
Yep. That was a project, I tell you.
Looks like it.
By the way, I'm absolutely amazed. The boys which wrote this wheel.
Oh,
There is a write-up here, right?
Yeah,
on this.
yeah.
And because one guy got mingled in and broke his leg.
oh,
And
I didn't know that.
And then they welded it shut, and it wasn't running anymore.
I didn't realize somebody got injured.
I mean,
I didn't realize someone got injured.
yep. By the way, I'm not surprised at all. Because when you ride around on this wheel, you get easy mingled, right?
It's a big wheel.
Yep, that's sort of interesting. Yeah, here, when they originally worked, they had one work,
Oh, wow.
one. And then we made them all work. But then the problem was that it would have fatigued this piece out. And I said, okay, we'll just put a rubber thing in there that it takes out the bang,
I see.
but still keeps the sound.
Oh yeah, it's noisy.
Yep, it's noisy. But it wasn't noisier before. And what I say, there's a rubber piece in there to protect this frame from fatiguing out.
Interesting.
Yep. And I don't know, I worked on this, I remember somehow I put a belt tightener on there or something like that. But they took that off. No, that's okay. I want to always do something with that phone. Make that work again, then. And this is the Pelton pump.
Okay.
I restored that, but what I wanted to find is a motor which fits in that motor and drives this thing. And that would have actually powered yeah, this is how that thing looked, yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is a nice piece. It's a nice piece. But this is frozen out. No, it still works. Yeah, that's a very nice wheel. Pelton wheel. Huh. Pelton pump.
So there's a Pelton wheel inside here.
Yeah, no, this is a Pelton pump now. This is not this.
Oh,
This takes water from here and brings pressured water out here. So this is a pump.
okay.
This is a Pelton pump.
I gotcha.
Well, it's, you saw how it looked. And there was a washer here or something like that. And I wanted to, I think that's the one, the Wonder Washer. I wanted to power this one with this unit here.
Oh, I see.
They go as like this. This is a very clever piece of equipment. And what I say, I wanted to use this to power this.
Oh, that'd been cool.
For me?
That would have been cool.
Yep, yep. Oh yeah, we restored this one. All these little things, right? I forgot this. Yep, this is good. And you should have seen how this looked before it was restored. It was a piece of garbage.
Really?
Oh, ready for the dump. And then they restored it and did a very good job. I think this is the one I wanted to use. If I'm not mistaken, that is the wheel I wanted to use. And this still works, huh?
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, we ripped, that thing was laying over this entire room here. Yeah, it's a whole good ship.
So my question is would this in the machine, wouldn't all this come down and there'd be a hole all along here to pack the dynamite?
Actually, Perry made me this. I think this is not original. This he made afterwards. And these are these. Yeah, this is how this works.
So how would the dynamite get into this one here?
You have to get it in here, right?
Yeah, and then, but how does it get down here?
Because there are these plungers here, and I made those. These ones here are made by me. And they go,
Right, I know that, but you gotta get this in front of the plunger. For example, let's see, it's working here.
these plungers I made, they were missing. So these ones, they're all new. This is probably where they hang up and lose it. Now, how did this go? Yeah, it's here. It's in here. Because you see here are these little things there which keep everything loose, these ones. You see they rotate, they keep the stuff loose.
Okay.
And so the dynamite is in here.
What did this belt run? Okay. Okay.
Ill-conceived. And this is how you activated this, right? You pull here, and then this comes up. Now it pushes this down. That's where it is. pretty good. It's amazing this thing didn't fly apart.
Or blow up.
Yep. Harry did this so that you could see the works here, because when this came all the way over, right? But then you couldn't see this.
Right, right.
Oh, here's that, Rolf.
Yeah.
You know what? They ripped, would you believe they ripped this thing apart? I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Actually, that trophy is in the shop, was in the shop.
Oh,
Maybe it's still there. It's a good trophy. It still works too. You see, there's a constant flow. Yep, that was a good restoration. It was one of the early ones. There's a door in there which is about this big, which is the valve. Oh, I remember now. I did this in the Railroad Museum.
this?
Yes, we did this as a courtesy to our sister museum. And there's a funny story with it. Because we certainly needed all sorts of wood and metal and I don't know what, right? Mm-hmm. And I think this also, and it amounted to something like $600. And so they paid us the $600, but they told the visitors that the Railroad Museum ripped them off, right? And when that came back to the Railroad Museum, the shit hit the fan, I'll tell you that.
Boy.
Yeah, I did this in the Railroad Museum. Here you can actually see. This is the Railroad Museum. That was just a courtesy for the museum.
Nice.
And then it came out. And I remember there was, I think, there was a talk between our CFO and Bob Shoemaker. And it was not quiet, I'll tell you.
Was that John Christensen?
Pardon me?
Was it John Christensen
No,
at the Railroad Museum?
he was not there at the time.
Oh,
No, it was the CFO, God, what was his name? God. I could look it up
that's
on
okay.
a register.
That's okay, no problem.
But there were some harsh words.
That's
So
too bad.
That is what I thought you said you gave away.
No.
No, not this one. And this is now a solid piece of steel, and the reason is they ripped this apart. I was really impressed of that trophy.
And Rolf, is this you in the picture?
Pardon me?
Is that you?
Yes.
Look at that, you were young once.
Tempi passati. Yep. Now this is the craziest cash register I ever saw.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, what they did. Now this was the old shop. This is where the old shop was.
Oh man, that's small.
Here's the compressor. Oh no, you have changed it. Yeah, the compressor's changed. That's a new compressor.
Yeah, I think they upgraded it a couple years ago.
Yep, yep. Yeah, that was an ancient compressor. I actually upgraded the compressor. It was sort of funny. But anyhow, this was the old shop. The new shop is over there, right?
Yep,
Can
yep.
we go in there?
I have to get a key for it.
Okay, no, I wanted just to show you that trophy.
Well, I can go get the key.
Oh, no. It's not that
Actually,
it's not that important.
let me share with you this. My intention is that we're going to get a plaque with your name on it, and it's going to go on that shed.
Oh, this one you meant you gave back, right?
Yes. No. No, what we gave back was a
Trailer.
6-foot long model of a dredge,
Yes,
and it used to be right here.
exactly.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, again, one of these boys, there was gravel there, right? And they took this gravel and put them into the thing, and the gravel got all over the place and fucked everything up. So then we had to put a plexiglass over that they couldn't get into the gravel. Yep. But that worked very well. By the way, this I restored, and I tell you what the problem is this goddamn igniter.
Is that what it is?
That is why it doesn't work. I worked on this and worked forever. But this is really a good working, where's the crank? Oh, the crank is not there anymore.
Oh, it's by your foot. Rolf, it's by your foot.
Oh yeah, there it is. Goes on here and then you crank it and off it goes. And I restored this machine. This is a 2 horsepower machine, and I did a little bit larger one like this, a 4 horsepower machine. But mine had the advantage, it had a battery and a coil ignition.
Well, nice.
And man,
I want that one.
crank this thing and boom, off the went, right? And it goes boom, 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 bum, 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 boom, 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 bum, 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 bum.
Hit and miss.
It's hit and miss. And the way it's done, you can see this on this machine. There is a flywheel. Where is it? It holds the exhaust valve open. Somehow in there is a flywheel. And when it has reached the right thing, then this gets held open. And in the moment the exhaust valve is open, then the air just goes in and out in the exhaust valve, and nothing happens. And when it comes back to smaller RPM, then this thing sits again and then it fires again. They are wonderful machines, by the way. I really like mine. I gave mine to my son, and he on and off operates it.
Well, I guess every farm around here had one of these.
By the way, if somebody is somewhat inclined, this is what needs to be redone. There are hit and miss places around. And I had actually sent this to them, and they redid it. And when you're open, when this is out here, it fires. But in the moment it's in there and the pressure is high, it doesn't fire. So that is the problem of this machine. I would have loved to have this one.
Well, maybe somebody will look at this video and figure it out.
Yeah, if somebody is inclined, we're saying this this was a good project. And it looks very well. It has kept very well. That is sort of good. Here are these monsters drills. Yep. This is a gas generator.
Okay.
You put in carbide and water, and then when the pressure builds up, it prevents the water from coming in.
Oh,
This you can use for welding or whatever. This is a nice piece. Again, could be restored. But it's a gas generator like they had before they came out. Always these gas bottles, right?
mm-hmm.
Now everything is in bottles. But that's what they use for welding. Oh, this was the old drive of the wheel down there. That's the old drive, I think, right?
Yes, yes.
Yep. Yep. And that compressor I used for driving this one. Is this still working?
I'm told that it is, but I've never seen it work.
I tell you what, you have to put that compressor on and get the pressure, and then you open that valve here, right, and off it goes. Yep.
Evidently, you could actually use, you can make steam on this also.
Yes, it originally was run in steam. This is just a takeoff.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I restored that too. That's a very nice running machine, by the way. What I say, you have to get this one going. And you can see it can haul quite a load.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was that guy. He was a good guy. This is his wife. Bob Carr, yep. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, these are made 1 and 2. These things here. You see how that's?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
how we sharpened size. And this I restored.
Oh,
Put your hand over there. Yep, that's.
they heat the coals.
How many?
They heat the coals.
Yep. There's still plenty of stuff which can be restored.
Yep.
Yeah, we've seen it, huh?
Yep.
That would be, by the way, a good project. You find a motor which gets into this shell, drives that pump with 1800 RPM, and then runs this washer. This was the idea of this. And this is probably one of the earliest pelt teams wheels at all.
A wooden one.
Wouldn't exactly. Didn't last that long. But I have a feeling that this was one of the very early machines.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, I say goodbye to this. was interesting.
Well, thank you for coming. We appreciate that.
Oh yeah, here's the belt tightener. I remember that one. Because I put this on there because I was slipping. Yep.
If you want to turn the table on, you can turn the table on.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's There was a huge gas furnace there, but you have modernized that. Now the shop had a lathe which we got from the Railroad Museum, and they finally recalled it. So, now here's a funny story, by the way. When we drove this to here, the thing was not fastened down. And when you came to about 35 miles an hour, this thing tipped over and hit the back gate of the truck.
Oh my.
And smashed actually one of these windows, and somewhere in there is a little bump. And I don't know where it is, but I had to remake one of these windows, and that was it. Nothing else happened. Nothing else was cool. Yeah, this whole thing just tipped over and hit the rear gate here somewhere. There's somewhere a dent in there, but I can't see it.
You did a good job of covering it up. You did a good job of covering it up.
Yes. What I say, there was a little dent in here somewhere, but I can't see it. Yeah, I remember all this. Now here's this crusher. This is the drawing of this crusher, back there, right? And it's on it's like this, and here go these stones in there, and then they come out wherever the smallest thing is there. They slide just down there, get crushed, and then they come out. This, by the way, looks really good.
It does.
I'm proud of you guys.
Well, I rant and rave about this on all the tours I give.
And this double wall here is a mistake.
Oh, really?
It should have been only a single wall. But for whatever reason, I don't know, I made a mistake and finally I had two walls there, I said I might as well put two walls in there.
Yeah, it's a beauty, all right.
Yep. Yeah, no, it really has survived time very well. Very well. This was where the trolley went on, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Nobody is able to carry it out.
Yeah. Well, you know, the gold exhibit, they took all the gold out.
How many?
The gold used to be over there, and they took it all out and put it in the safe.
I see, yep.
It's too risky to have it out.
Okay,
All right.
by the way, this was restored by a lady, and this was a piece of garbage, and it came out very nice after restoring.
Nice. So Rolf, this is my project I started this winter. This notebook here, and it will have biographies of people associated with the mining museum.
Oh, okay.
It started because when I got here, I kept looking at that big brass plaque and had no idea who that guy was. And it just bugged me, and nobody seemed to really know. So I decided to look it up. And that got me to this one, the directors. And so what we have is all 4 directors.
Yeah, this is what he sees there. He started in,
2013.
oh, okay.
But this is a little biography about each of them.
Hey, that is nice. That's very nice that you keep this.
Well, we didn't have it before.
Yep.
But then what happened is that I kept getting, there's no inventory of everything here. So I come up with these other different things for, this one talks about this is the, let's see which one. Oh, this is the one that talks about the area and how the
Oh, I
area
see.
affected the
Oh,
mine.
okay.
This one talks about historical things that are related to the mine that aren't in the museum itself.
One of these things, the pump,
The pump is, yeah,
it's written up in there because I remember that I bought a submersible pump for that thing.
uh-huh.
Because I thought the old pump was kaput, but the old pump worked.
Oh.
That's it. The submersible pump probably sits in the shop.
Anyway, this is our archives.
Yep.
And
Now this is very nice that you took this on.
on the other side is the library that I've expanded back here. All the books have been indexed and are now in a computer. This is up for the lending library.
Yeah, this is good. This is very, very good. Yeah. Actually, there was even more. I think we gave some away or something to the historical society.
To the library, Cyril's library.
Yep.
Yeah, these, all these books here, you'll find in the library. This is primarily for docents. I tell people if they want to do research, that go to the library and they can do the research.
No, this is terrific. Absolutely terrific.
Let me get my stuff picked up here, then we can go. Have a seat there, relax.
Where is this coming from?
Oh, my house.
Mommy?
My house.
Oh, okay.
It's the most versatile table I have. It just folds up really nicely.
Now these things are really very nice.
So I have a question, and this question predates you. But you know the 18-foot wheel that was here? Remember there was an 18-foot wheel right here in the floor? Do you remember about that? They took it out.
Yes, yes.
My question is, when they took it out, and when they were salvaging it, and they rebuilt this place, you can see the slot in the ground here, but right in the middle, it's a big concrete slab. Why is there a slab there?
Most likely for the support of the axle.
But it was on the, well, take a look. I can't get it up here. Oh, we're gonna take a look.
And there was a big,
You see, here's where the wheel sat. And it would have been, the axle would have been here, but the wheel, would this have to be open also?
now where are these?
This is where the 18 wheel sat, right here.
Right.
This is where the axle would have been. But the axle would have gone in, down here. It's got a concrete floor.
So this probably a support for the axle, right? Before. What you said?
But yeah, but the wheel has to go down in here. Right?
But would it run this way?
Yes. This is all where the wheel would be. Well, how can the wheel go here? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an unanswered question.
Yep. Now this is an 18-foot wheel, right?
That's where it was, uh-huh.
I'm getting hot. I have to get up.
Okay. There'll be a few more minutes. I'll open the
Can
car.
I open something for you?
No, it'll take me a few minutes. It's almost done. I'll unlock the car for you so you can sit in the car if you want.
I need a key to get out.
Did they lock the door?
I think so.
Oh, they can't.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Oh, good, because the key's not in here.
Open something or do anything for you? No. you got out of me what you wanted.
I got a lot out of you. Certainly thank you a lot. You were kind of a, pardon the expression, you were a gold mine.
I hope you know how to open this door.
And more importantly, how to close it. How to put the lock on the right way so you don't mess it up. I hate doing all this key stuff.
It's okay. I think it's okay.
Now, Rolf, you're sounding like my wife.
Sorry. It's a convenience which all the cars don't have. We have an old Mercedes and we don't have this thing in there.
Well, how old is your car?
96.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of old.
But the car is in perfect shape.
And you don't want to do anything with it.
Pardon?
We bought a Dodge Durango. The Dodge Durango had been discontinued for a few years. And when they brought it back, we ended up buying one. And one of the features it had on it was this camera. And it was the only car out there that had it. And then the following year they made the transitory all cars would have it on.
Doing it on I love all these houses. That certainly was an interesting endeavor. Museum that you like best? Railroad Run or Laessig? I think this is important. Yeah. I built a locomotive for the Railroad Museum. Wow. A little 040 Narragansett steam operator. By the way, do you know the house? Sorry? The house that used to be. The house back there. On the corner. I don't know where it's just on. The Railroad Museum has a lot of big stuff. Yeah. Oh, they restored the big number 5. You ever go to a movie here? One time. I don't know that so special. And now you have to get around this thing, right? Yep. That's a disadvantage. Well, not much. It's pretty small with the parking they have, you know. This is a nice restaurant, yeah. Yeah. We used to go there. And certainly Toffanelli. Are you deciding whether you go electric or with the motor, or is the car deciding that? That's a good question. I don't have anything to say. It does what it wants to do. Oh, okay. They tried to explain to me how it works, how it does this and that, but to me it's all confusing. Which I guess is just fine. I have a 1969 Rolf down, slow down. Almost liked it better when it was under Kelly.
Kelly, that's,
She was a very nice lady.
what's she like?
No, next one.
Oh, your neighbor's Brazil too.
There you go. Oh, here's that car.
There it is.
In perfect shape.
Let me put this packet on this.